Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is April 5th, and I wanted to go through an NQ trade with you here today. But before I do that, I want to spend just a couple minutes with you chatting about some of the things that have been going on. Obviously, this will have been the first video that we've made in quite some time. The reason for that, there's a couple of reasons why it's been a while since we've made a video. We have been extremely busy over the last several weeks. We did a soft launch of an afternoon trade room with our members. We've been spending time getting that up and running and getting all of that, all the details of that organized. And so we are running 3 days a week, an afternoon trade room for our members only. In addition to that, you have probably seen by now that we went through a name change, right? We went from the Oil Trading Group to Trade with OTG. And one of the reasons that we have done that is because we no longer just trade oil. When I started and founded the Oil Trading Group back in October of 2010, I can't believe it's already been 10 years, but when we did that, our primary focus, of course, was trading oil. However, as markets evolve, we've evolved as well. And as I'm going to show you today, we took an NQ trade in front of our live trading audience here. We also trade the ES and the CL as well. So our trading methodology and the markets that we trade have evolved, and there was some confusion around the fact that we called ourselves the Oil Trading Group. So what we did is we made a subtle change. A lot of people kind of abbreviated our name as OTG, right? So I'm a member of OTG and things of that nature. And so we just decided to shorten that brand and just call ourselves Trade with OTG instead of the Oil Trading Group. So we've been going through that rebranding process, and that has kept us very busy over the course of the last several weeks. So I am happy to say that most of that has been completed now, and we can get back to some of our regular routine. So with that being said, let's talk about our market maker levels today. Again, the market maker levels, as you know, basically the backbone of what we do in here on an everyday basis. And so when the market opened up this morning, we opened up right on top of this RTH signal. We came down to the bottom of the zone of influence here, and as we began to pull back up, you could see that we had a pretty good delta bar that began the process of rallying up with us. And so what I ultimately did, and this was a little bit of misfortune here today, I ended up getting long at 12. Market rallies up, pulls back, rallies up all the way up here to 42, and then 44 comes back and stops me out to the tick. So if you're in the trade room this morning, you know we got stopped out right here at this 22 to the tick before the market began that process of rallying. Now, one of the things that we talked about this morning in our pre-market analysis was that we were looking for the market to rally most of the day. In fact, we opened up the overnight session and spent the entire overnight session above settlement, and we were gapped open higher in that RT8 session. And so for us, that was a clue that the market was going to be rallying today, and certainly that's what it did. We did end up here at 12, come back, and I got stopped out here at this 22 to the tick, and then I took another trade up here where I'd gotten stopped out, and then we got the trade that I'm going to show you here in just a couple of minutes as we go through. Market rallies up here into the high, and then at the top of the hour we have this spike down here to 56.5 as the delta had begun to move down. We broke back over the top here into this 82, could not get through the RTH target, and what you're going to see me do is get long at 81. It was at 81 that we were looking to come all the way up here to this 13,526 number. We actually ended up getting stopped out at around the 9 level, pulled up here, and we got stopped out here before the market continued to rally. Now, we could have tried to hang on a little bit longer, but it was a Monday after a holiday, and so we ended up with 27.5 ES or NQ points rather, times 2 lots. So it ended up being just a little bit over an $1,100 trade. So what you're going to see as we get into this trade here, you're going to see that I'm down 2 ticks. Actually, I'm down 1 tick times 2 lots when I get into that trade, and then you're going to see me get in. You're going to hear me say I'm going long at 81, and then you're going to see us go through that process of rallying basically the rest of the day. Now, again, we were looking to target into this area here but we did get stopped out on some of this chop back and forth here, and it's a little bit difficult to see. But if you bring this into a 1 minute chart, you'll be able to see kind of some of the pullbacks were a little steeper here. Like here was a pullback to 85, and then it rallied up a little bit, and then it came down to 05. And so on this 1 minute chart, it's a little bit easier to see the pullbacks. In retrospect, you could have ridden this 20 period average, but again, I was feeling pretty good about the fact that we ended up with an $1,100 times 2 lot NQ trade on a Monday after a holiday. So what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to do like we always do. I'm going to let you see where we get in. You'll hear me call the entry as we did in the live day trading chat room. You're actually going to see the tape of that. You'll see the market come down, fill my order. You'll hear where my stop is. You'll hear me talk about the target. And then I'll play the balance of the trade. We'll put some music behind it, speed it up a little bit so that you can see exactly how that trade went. So again, one of the first videos we've made in a couple of weeks. We've had a lot going on, but I do want to get back into making these videos as frequently as we can. We've kind of got some of the bigger projects put behind us. So with all of that being said, I'm going to let you watch this $1,100 NQ OTG trade of the day. 81 long. I am in at 81 long. That's the developing value area high. That's a long wick left on this bar, and the delta is now climbing. 71.66 would be the stop here. 66 on the stop. Maybe I should have waited for 73, but I think we're going to be okay here. You're looking now to target RTH upper target at 13,525. 13,525 is the targeting location up above, and maybe higher.